Attention all business owners and decision makers, you're going to want to watch this entire video because I'm going to explain to you the top 10 myths and misunderstandings of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, or ERTC, that may be costing your business right now a big tax rebate of up to 6 figures, even 7 figures this very moment, and how to quickly find out if you're eligible, because 90% plus businesses are who we talk to, and how much your rebate is. Now, as I just mentioned, your business may have up to 6 figures, perhaps even 7 figures in tax rebates you're entitled to right now. You see, in March 2020, Congress passed the CARES Act, which included both, at that time, the Payment Protection Plan, or PPP loan program, and the Employee Retention Tax Credit, or ERTC, also known as the Employee Retention Credit, or ERC. Now, initially, businesses could only choose one or the other, with an overwhelming vast majority selecting the PPP loans because they're a better option at that time. And ultimately, they ended up forgetting all about the ERTC, since at that time they were no longer eligible to claim it, so why would you remember it? However, Congress has since passed several amendments to the Act and ERTC, including now allowing businesses that received one or more PPP loans to claim tax rebates under the ERTC. But even though this is the case, there remains a great deal of confusion, resulting in countless businesses and many CPAs and accountants, even their own CPAs and accountants, wrongly thinking and assuming businesses still can't claim ERTC when in fact they can. Now, in this video, we'll dispel the following 10 top myths and misunderstandings of the ERTC, aka ERC, so you don't fall victim to them and leave a potentially big tax rebate on the table. Now, myth number 1. My business can't claim the ERC because we already had one or more PPP loans and or had loans forgiven. This is false. As I said initially, businesses had to choose between the PPP or ERTC. However, the Consolidated Appropriations Act, or CAA, of 2021 removed this barrier or requirement, so now businesses may claim the ERC even if they had one or more PPP loans. Myth number 2. My business's gross receipts didn't decrease by 50% or more as required under ERTC. This is also false and no longer the case, as the CAA revised the qualification down to a 20% reduction qualification standard, and furthermore, there's also an alternative way to qualify for ERC irrespective of the 20% reduction qualification standard, which leads us into myth number 3. My business was not shut down during the pandemic. Well, if your business had to follow a partial shutdown or suspension order by the local, state, or federal government, you still can potentially qualify for certain reasons, including but not limited to a partial shutdown, a disruption to your business, inability to access your equipment, limited capacity, disruption of supply chain or vendors, reduced services offered, reduced hours to accommodate sanitation, shutdowns of some of your business units and or locations but not others, and the list goes on and on. Now, the above are all scenarios where a business can still potentially qualify for ERC or ERTC. The partial or full suspension test is an alternative, acceptable method to qualify for ERC versus the gross receipts reduction test, which is why we highly suggest and recommend letting our CPA firm of expert tax accountants and accounting team provide you with a no-cost assessment of your specific situation and determine if your business is eligible and how much your ERTC rebate is, which I'm going to tell you how you can do in just a minute. Now, myth number 4, my business was deemed an essential business. Now, even if your business is deemed essential, a detrimental impact or change in your business may still qualify your business, and or one or more of the scenarios number 3 above may also apply. So irrespective, you can still qualify for a rebate under ERC or ERTC. Now, myth number 5, my business's gross receipts are back to normal for quarter 1 or Q1 of 2022. Doesn't matter. The CAA gives you the option to look back 1 quarter prior to determine qualification, which means your eligibility may be based on lost revenue in 2020. And if your business was subject to a full or partial suspension, you may qualify regardless. Now, myth number 6, my business has grown during the pandemic. Congratulations. However, I want you to remember, if your business experienced a full or partial suspension or shutdown, you may still have expenses that qualify for the ERC, so you don't want to leave those on the table. Now, myth number 7, my business had losses and or didn't have any tax liability. The ERTC is a refundable credit, which means in practice that any credit overage above your tax liability is sent to the business owner as a refund. Now, myth number 8, my business now exceeds 500 employees. Well, that doesn't matter now either because the employee count is based on full-time equivalent or FTE employees, and it's a much more involved calculation than just counting everyone in your business, just your total head count. Also, if your business paid any employees not to work or to work less than the hours for which they were paid, then those employees would not apply to the employee count. Now, myth number 9, my business is a charity or nonprofit, therefore is ineligible. Now, the ERTC may provide significant benefits to charities, including but not limited to churches, nonprofit hospitals, museums, etc., and they are eligible. And we've helped many charities to claim and receive the ERC and find them to be great ERTC candidates. Now, myth number 10, my accountant, CPA, bookkeeper, or any random one of those people can calculate my business's ERC for me. While many CPAs and accountants have undoubtedly heard of the ERTC, it is a very tedious, very complex, and specialized tax credit that you want somebody who knows how to do it to properly calculate and to document it appropriately. So much so that most CPAs and accountants do not have the skills, expertise, time, the wherewithal, or dare even want to take on this for their clients because they aren't able to maximize your ERC rebate like ours are. So what is your next step? If you have between 5 and 500 W-2 employees that you retained in 2020 and or 2021 during the pandemic, have one of the top national CPA firms that solely specializes in ERTC provide you with your free, no obligation assessment of your ERTC eligibility. And after they determine your eligibility, which I said earlier, more than 90% of businesses who are assessed by them are eligible, you will also find out how much your ERC rebate is. To date, ERTC Refund Center's accounting team of ERC tax experts have helped over 4,700 businesses claim more than $700 million in rebates, which is for an average rebate of about $150,000. I can tell you it typically depends on the number of employees, and you can get up to $26,000 of rebate per employee. Now, to start your eligibility assessment, including how much your ERTC tax rebate is, just take the next 60 to 90 seconds to answer a few questions to find out your eligibility and how much you qualify for at ERTCRefundCenter.com. And when you're at that page, you're going to go to the area with this online form, and it asks just a few simple non-proprietary questions: your business name, first name, last name, contact phone number, contact email address. Did you or any partial owner of the business own any percentage of another business, the type of business industry you're in, how many W-2 employees, how many W-2s you issued in 2020 and how many you issued in 2021, and did you operate under a full or partial shutdown order? That's it. You fill that out, you click submit, and then after that, our accountants go to work. They're going to ask you some questions and go from there. That's how you start this process. Very quick, painless, and the thing is, the only pain is if you don't take this step and you leave money on the table, which is happening by the millions of businesses for hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars at this point. So don't be one of those businesses who leaves money on the table. So if you have any questions, feel free to call, text, or email us at 843-310-2523 or email ertcrefundcenter@gmail.com. And again, we're also at ertcrefundcenter.com. So last thing is, what you want to do right now before you forget and get busy doing something else and forget all about this, even though you might have the intention to do this, do it now. For your free ERTC tax rebate eligibility assessment and amount of your rebate, simply fill out and submit the online form I just showed you now at ertcrefundcenter.com. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I know you got great value from it. I look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to helping you get your maximum rebate possible under the ERTC program. Take care now. Bye.